thank you, Governor, for what you do every day and your team does every day to make Delaware an even safer place to live, and also what you do to make sure that they have everything they need to do to stay safe while they keep us safe. So thank you, Governor. The same goes to the members of the General Assembly here as well. And, you know, we need no better reminder of what some of the officers standing back here have gone through in their careers. Chief Topping, our thoughts are with your force today, for sure. I'd like to just focus on one piece of this great package that the Governor and the General Assembly is putting forward today, and that is the bill that would require Delaware to transfer information about those that have been adjudicated mentally ill and or spent time in a mental institution to the federal government, to the NICS system, the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, which, as you all know, well know, was born, Governor, out of the Brady Law. Born out of two things. Number one, the 1968 Gun Control Act, which was passed, Governor, as you know, in the wake of assassinations in this country, which created, at the time, 7 prohibited categories of people that can't possess firearms. Convicted felons, people who have been dishonorably discharged from the military, a variety of others, but one that's never been really focused on, until you have focused on it, Governor, and that is those that have been adjudicated mentally ill. It's a sticky subject. It's a sticky subject because there are privacy concerns on the part of people who have been adjudicated mentally ill. But the reality is we have reminded time and time again, including what happened in Arizona earlier this year, why in 1968 the federal government thought it best that people that have been adjudicated mentally ill should not be allowed to possess a firearm. And what you're doing, Governor, is putting real meat behind this law that has been on the books for a long time. And it's been an issue that many have been loath to touch. And I commend you for your leadership in doing this. Val, I appreciate your leadership as well as your colleagues on this. I think it's one of the most important things we've been doing on reasonable and sensible, as you pointed out, Governor, gun responsibility. Recognizing the right to bear arms under the Second Amendment, but also recognizing that the 1968 Gun Control Act has categories of people who simply should not be able to possess firearms. I thank you for the support of the chiefs on this as well. They know it better than anybody. And the second piece that I'd like to really single out, Governor, is closing the gun show loophole. Again, the law is the law, and it has been since 1968. There are certain categories of people that simply should not possess firearms, which now include people that are subject to a domestic violence restraining order and people who have been convicted of domestic violence misdemeanor, crime of domestic violence. And there's no reason that people should be able to go around that law, that good law, and go to a gun show and avoid enforcement of that law.